9 years later. It's hard to believe that 9 years ago, almost half of my lifetime, almost turning 23, I set one of my first world records on chaos mode for Dome under the alias of Unknown Secrets, securing a commentary with one of the biggest YouTubers at the time, XJaws, and putting my place in the survival community where I would later set more world records at only around what would be 12, 13 years old at the time. Hey guys, this is Neckrai here, not Unknown Secrets this time. And I'm wanting to do this kind of almost a memorial of this record. 9 years ago is when I set it. I was beat 2 years later. I never realized. Yeah, I was to my surprise that somebody I used to play with, Relaxing End, told me I still held this number 2 spot several months ago. It was to my surprise. I never knew anybody knew about it. I never knew anybody cared. I didn't know that they even tracked these records anymore. So I came back to it. I didn't want to be one-upped because it was my 15 minutes of fame all those years ago in a low point in my life, and I decided that I wanted to take it back and to beat it once again. And for the first couple of days, man, it was rough. I rebought the game on PC, found out they didn't have controller support where I usually play COD on because I was an Xbox player. And I still play it on a controller even now playing on a PC. So having to learn to use a mouse and keyboard was interesting for the first few tries. Not that I'm not used to using mouse and keyboard, but for Call of Duty anyway. But it was worth it. And 2 days of trying 12 hours straight, coming nowhere close to my records. I mean, I was still beating the number 7, 8, 4, 5 spot on the world record leaderboards, trying to beat my old record. I was never quite there until today. I had the run that I dreamed of. I had the run that was better than I ever could have done whenever I was younger and as a kid. And most importantly, I had to run to take my title back. I know it's kind of crazy to do a couple years later, or a couple years, but more 9 years later. I mean, most people just let it go and say, who cares? And I mean, in the end, I kind of did too, but it was something that I wanted to show and prove to myself that I could still do. Something that when I was younger and I had the skill and the ability, that I didn't have the resources or the know-how to take it further and to cement my place in the survival and zombies community. I just want to take a few moments to talk about it. Talk about doing this again and how important it was to do. There's no real moral to this story. There's no real fact to this, but I just wanted to put this statement out there. So without any further ado, please enjoy the rest of the video, and I look forward to possibly giving you more like this in the future. Thank you.